All right, how's it going there, everybody? My name is Braden Schmidt, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about an organizational software called Evernote. Now, Evernote is a software that is available on any laptop, any desktop computer, phones, tablets, any sort of platform like that. And what this is it is a program that's going to allow you to keep track of things in one convenient place. It's going to allow you to keep track of different projects you're working on, different notes from classes, stuff like that, maybe different ideas that you have going on. So today I'm just going to run through and give you a little bit of an idea of how this software works. So right now we're in our notes section, and to create a new note, you can see this giant button right up here. We're going to click that, and let's say I want to make a bullet list of something that I want to do for a project I'm working on. I'm a music producer, so I'm going to go ahead and say, that's what I'm going to go ahead and name this note. Or I'm not name the note, sorry. We're going to start the note off with that. And I'm just going to make myself a list of things that I need to complete for it, right? So let's say, so I have this little list here, right? Keeping track of things. And, let's say that one of these things is a lot more important than the other. So let's say I really need to get those sound effects down. What I can do is I can go ahead and select that and then highlight it. It's going to let me know that that's something really important for me to get done there. As well as if I want to keep track of which ones of these I'm getting done, I can go ahead and add little check boxes to help me. So let's say I just finished my channel mixing. I can go ahead and cross that off. Just finished my exporting. I can go ahead and cross that off. And I'm still working on those sound effects because I want them to work really well. I can go ahead and leave that. So we're going to exit out of that. And now you can see that we have our FL project note here. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is go over to our notebook section here. Now, this is automatically going to have a new notebook in there for you. So I am going to name this to FL Studio projects. So now we can go ahead and go in here, and we see that we automatically had this little note loaded into our notebook because this is our only notebook. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and create another one. And let's say this is for something entirely different. Let's say this is for a science class I have at school. All right, I can go ahead and create that notebook. And now if I wanted to, I could go ahead and move this guy over to my science class notebook. It's going to hold it in there. But for these purposes, I'm going to move it back to our FL Studio projects. So one thing that we can go ahead and do inside here is we can move content over into our notebooks. So let's say I have these projects right here. I got the MP3 file, the project file, and the little icon. And we want to get those inside of our notebooks inside Evernote. Easiest way to do that, and a really cool thing with the Evernote program, is a drag and drop system. So if I want to go ahead and put this file inside my Evernote, I can bring it in here. I could put it in that science class if I wanted to. I could put it, in the trash, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and drop that into our FL Studio projects. And you see we got this guy right here. And let's say I want to go ahead and drag this image in as well. Go ahead and drop that there, as well as our program file, which will also go inside here. Keeps everything nice and organized for me and lets me know, what I have going on and where. And, let's say I want to keep track of the lyrics I'm writing for a new song. We can go ahead and do that. Boom, and, whatever the lyrics are. I don't have those on deck right now. But we can go ahead and create that as well. And now we have our lyrics stored here nicely for us, ready to go whenever we need them. All right, and you can edit these within your notebooks. It just makes for a really seamless, tracking process for everything. So another thing we can go ahead and talk about here is Evernote's ability to merge your different notes. So let's say I want to go ahead and keep this little icon that I've created here with the song file itself. I believe that's down here. So what I can do is I'm going to press Control Shift and click on both of these guys. I'm going to unselect that one. You can see we have 2 notes selected. We can go ahead and hit merge, and that's going to bring them into one little category for us. So now I have that MP3 file as well as our little icons saved within each other, right? And then it separates everything for us. And then let's say we have 2 different notes that we want to save within each other, Just go ahead and do that for the purpose of this. Let's say we want to save this note and this note together. We can go ahead and merge those 2 notes, and that's just going to bring them in with each other here. And it'll give you a nice label at the top to let you know what's going on with each of them. And the best part is you can still edit and play around with these notes while they're merged with each other. So one last thing I want to talk about here is your ability to stack notebooks within each other to create an even more organized system. So I could have 20 different notebooks open here with 20 different things that I'm trying to keep track of. But let's say I want to have a specific notebook that contains everything I need for school. So let's say I have my science class. Let's say I have, oops, that's the wrong thing. Let's say I have my history class. And I don't know, let's say I have physical education. And I want to stack these guys together because I want to keep track of them because these are all for school. You can go ahead and it's just drag and drop system, just like everything else within Evernote. Just hold it over the other one. It's going to create a notebook stack there. You can drag this guy in, create that notebook stack. And now you have that notebook stack with all 3 of these guys in there. And then you can go ahead and rename, right click, select rename. And this is our school notebook. And that's just going to give you a handy place to go ahead and store all of those notebooks that you have. If I wanted to create a new note that says, maybe this is my history homework for the week. You can go ahead and take that, and it's already going to go inside the history class folder because that's where I created it from. But you can go ahead and drag it into any one of those notebooks, and it's just going to keep everything nice and organized for you. So hopefully this helped you guys understand a little bit more about how Evernote works and some of the simple things that you can do to use it. I'm going to be doing more videos like this in the future with this program to kind of let you know how different things go, because we got a lot here. We got different formats that we can use. We've got a few different tools. You can go ahead and sync this with your other devices to keep it flat across there. And just a few more tricks and tips that you can use to keep everything more organized. But again, I hope that helped you out a little bit. My name is Braden Schmidt, and have a nice day.